We are back with our sleep series. Today we're going to talk about restless sleepers and 3 things that you can stop doing if you are a restless sleeper. Try as we might, there are some nights, or maybe more than some, where we just toss and turn and we're really restless and we can't fall asleep, or we wake up and we toss and we turn and we can't get back to sleep. And it really disrupts our sleep cycle. And if you're sleeping with a partner, it disrupts their sleep cycle. So the next thing you know, nobody in the house is sleeping, and everybody is stressed out and grumpy the next day, or for longer if it's a pattern that's going on. So in this series so far, we talked about how sleep affects our mood, our relationships, our minds, our bodies. We've talked about the importance of a bedtime routine and making your room a real oasis for yourself before bedtime, maybe using some journaling to help get your thoughts out of your head, and maybe using meditation or something like that to help with sleep. You can go back and watch those videos. But restlessness can be caused by a lot of factors, and really paying attention to what's triggering that restlessness in us is important. So that might look like keeping some sort of sleep journal where you're writing down, well, okay, this is what happened this day, this is what I did that night, this is how I slept, this was something unusual that came in, this was something I tried different, and really just trying to figure that out. But in the meantime, well, until you've collected enough data, I want to give you 3 things that you could stop doing right now, that will help you feel less restless and have a better sleep. So before we go there, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Nancy Brooker. I am the Living in Yes coach for women who feel overwhelmed by life's demands and just really secretly worry that they're not good enough, and but are really ready to transform that little voice inside their head that keeps telling them those things that really aren't true. So they hire me to help them to really connect to their inner worth and to trust themselves so that they can start rocking their relationships and stressing less and really living in yes. So let's get back to it. What are 3 things you can stop doing right now to help you have a better sleep, to be less restless? Well, number 1, stop eating and drinking after dinner time. So I know it sounds simple and not always a simple thing to do, but things that you are eating at night can be keeping you up. The nighttime is supposed to be that really restorative, reparative time for you. And if you're eating before you go to bed, at that point in time, your pancreas is trying to relax, and you're not really trying to do the digestion thing. You're really just trying to clean out your body and repair and restore at that point. And so things like spicy foods at night will might give you heartburn. You might eat foods that give you a jolt of energy, or you might just eat and then your body's really slugging trying to deal with the food that it wasn't expecting at that time. Drinking caffeine can disrupt your sleep. It can really play havoc on your circadian rhythms because it's a stimulant. And really drinking too much before sleep, I know if you have a lot of, it's great that you want to drink water, but if you have too much of it, you might end up just peeing all through the night. So that's a difficult one too. And by following this one, you might see an added bonus for your waistline. So stop eating and drinking after dinner. And there's that whole intermittent fasting thing. And an easy way to do the intermittent fasting is just to stop eating after dinner and then not eat again until breakfast. It's just a natural way of eating. So number 2, what can you do? Well, you can, if you're a smoker, you can think about stop smoking. Again, not an easy thing to do, but with help, there are definitely ways to do it. We feel that when we are smoking, it's relaxing to us. It actually, we're taking deep breaths, but we're not actually increasing our oxygen intake. And the nicotine is a stimulant, and so that's making it more difficult, causing us to be more restless, making it more difficult to sleep. And the studies from the National Health Institute actually say that smoking increases stress and anxiety. It doesn't reduce it. The studies show that anxiety, depression, and stress levels are lower when people stop smoking. Their quality quality of life improves, and their positive mood improves. And sometimes even the dosage of certain medicines that they're taking, because their stress levels are lower, and their body is more able to deal with whatever's going on, they're able to reduce doses of medications, of course, under the care of a doctor. So if you can stop smoking, that would be great, because you can actually then start increasing the oxygen levels in your body. Because during the night, when we're doing that restore and repair thing, our bodies need our good oxygen levels to help do that. And if we're not getting it, that's contributing to some of our problems. So stop smoking. There's help out there. And if you're a back sleeper, you could try to stop sleeping on your back. There's something called sleep apnea that causes an obstruction in your airway when you're sleeping. And it can lead you to stop breathing during the night. And of course, what happens is you're in a deep sleep, you stop breathing, you wake up, you try and get back to sleep, you might have that obstruction, wake up again, and that's really disruptive to your sleep. And sleeping on your back has been shown to increase episodes of sleep apnea, and also things like obesity as a contributing factor. So there's something else to think about. So bottom line, being restless at night wreaks havoc on your next day. You're more stressed out, you're tired, you're grumpy, you're not you're not showing up as your best self to be able to deal with whatever's going on. And it's not just emotionally and in your interactions with other people, it's physically as well. It's affecting you. So what are 3 things that you can stop doing right now? You can stop eating and smoking before bed, after dinner time. Did I say smoking? Stop eating and drinking. Do stop smoking if you can. And I know that these are big asks, but they're things that are so good for your overall health as well. There's just really no downside to them. So get the help that you need for that. And then the last thing is try, if you're sleeping on your back, maybe try side sleeping and see if that makes a difference for you. And of course, if sleep apnea is an issue for you, you need to be talking to your doctor. So I'll just leave you with this quote, which I thought was funny. Not being able to sleep is terrible. You have the misery of having partied all night without the satisfaction. That's from Lynn Johnson. So just remember, you are awesome and amazing. If you could use some help figuring out what's causing your sleep pattern disruptions and the stressors that are contributing to that in your life and how to deal with those, then please let's talk so I can help you with that. Thanks for listening. Please grab your freebies down below. Come join me over at Living in Yes. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Or if you want to chat, let's connect for a free clarity call on whatever it is that I can help you with. Thanks, and have an amazing day.